The world is different.
Beyond a lifetime ago, a war between nature and civilization arose overnight, seemingly without reason. 50 years ago, it paused in a tense stalemate.
1 year ago, on a cold winter's day, the mountainous city of Bulwark erupted as its long-held godly prisoner escaped his chains from beneath the stone. The decimation was the righting of a great wrong, but a terrible price was paid.
Our heroes, who set the freedom and destruction in motion, were called to the lands of their former enemy to help this god on his path to re-ascension. Their mission complete, their eyes turned back to a threat at home.
They look at their footprints, at the trail that they've blazed, a trail that led them to redemption and peace. Now, the same footprints lead them back home, and they walk a path where they might just find the end. And as the sun rises over the summit, they face the day together. Hello, and welcome back to another path. My name is Chase, and I continue to be your GM. Today, our heroes take stock of their recent battle and start to figure out what comes next. Thank you to our backers, Patrick, Connor, and Kyle, for their support. If you like what you hear and like what we've been doing, consider donating to us at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia. With that, sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip down another path.
The boys are back at it with the usual bullshit. Hey.
Can we just re-record a bunch of Zach Rob shock jock stingers like that and just drop them in, just kind of
haphazardly?
Just kind of devil may care. Just
Hold on. Sorry.
Across all shows across the network.
Birds of Prey
Just put
4.5. Shock Jock Ragna. Got it.
Where's our Birds Vice?
Are you ready for this?
Bird's Vice is they are working for the rival radio station.
No, I was just gonna say Ragna's like a Walmart greeter. Welcome to Fantasy Walmart. Enjoy your time.
See, I believe that Birds Vice, they are not shock jocks and radio DJs, but they are, in fact, semi-famous podcasters.
Oh, very good. That's also pretty good.
Yeah. They got like a horror movie podcast.
No, it's true crime. Please.
Oh,
It's true crime.
It's
true crime. It's absolutely true crime, and they are on the scene. And the turnaround time on some of these jobs is just incredible. It's like they're there.
This most recent operation by the Aegis was taken over by the Bulwark City Police Department. No lives were lost. This is Ragnar Suthrasis reporting.
Whatever.
It's one part true crime, one part meta journalism.
Whatever 99% Invisible plus Lime City is, that's what this is.
I don't know either of those shows.
Roman Mars plus
it's
Lime
Limetown.
City. Limetown. Not big enough to be a city.
No, it was very small.
Limetown plus... Yeah, Lemontown.
Lemonville.
Lemon Mars.
Oh.
So, last episode, I believe we are currently sitting at a good 16 minutes of banter. Should we try to top that now?
We should not. Could we? Probably. I have been playing some video games this past 2 weeks, and I've got opinions about all of them. But I will not do that to the listeners.
That's fair. See, I just want to talk about baseball in a cornfield.
Well, I have a fun game we could all play before we start the episode, because I have just found a limerick generator.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We're doing this now.
Who will the main character be? Options are a man, a woman, a boy, a girl, an old man, an old woman, a rich woman, a poor man, a teacher, a doctor, a magician, a dog, a kitten, a frog, or a mouse.
I'm going to say a
magician.
kitten.
I want a magician.
I also kind of want a magician.
All right, it's 2 votes for magician. Sorry, Zach.
But I wanted a kitten.
You can pick the next one.
Zach, you can... All right, Zach, you can do the base verb form. So what does the character like to do? And this has... Because it's another path, it has to be dirty. So, like, verb and noun.
It likes to blow a chimp. I don't know.
Generate poem. There once
Okay.
there was a magician named Shimp who used to blow a chimp, but during a break he made a mistake. What a terrible day for Shimp.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
That's just animal abuse.
Oh, Shimp was fired that day.
Shimp was arrested
Well,
that day.
That's all I have to contribute to the intro.
What a terrible day for Shimp.
What a terrible day. That sounds like the start of a children's book.
Ooh, boy.
What a terrible day for Shimp.
Well, there you go, Chase. If you could add that name to your NPC list.
I mean, I'll write it down, but if we end up...
All right, I want to do one more. Let's do a cat. No, a cat. Let's be dirty. Let's do a doctor. A doctor. Ryan, what's this doctor like to do?
This doctor likes to suck balls.
Nice.
Suck balls.
Classic.
Generate poem. God, these
Easily
names,
rhymable.
gang. There once was a doctor named Schmalls. It's the same thing. There was a doctor named Schmalls who used to suck balls, but during a break she made a mistake. What a terrible day for Schmalls.
That's just lazy.
That's not a
same
generator.
thing.
That's just a Mad Lib.
It's really
No,
not.
the best one was the man from Bel Air. That was my favorite, personally.
Very good.
Shagging his wife on the stair.
Yeah.
But the banister broke and
So he doubled his stroke and
Stroke
finished
and
her
finished
off,
her off
in
in
midair.
midair.
Yeah, it's a good one.
right.
That's a good one. Classic.
Classic. All right, that's all I've got. Star Wipe.
Star Wipe.
Star wipe. Excuse me. You there, the scaly one?
No.
Scaly
guys.
one.
I forgot.
He
Hi.
remembers every time.
I've forgotten my name.
It's been different every time.
I took
No.
eighth level warlock.
This bit is terrible. I apologize.
No,
I'm Dobbert Bobbertson.
eighth level warlock. I'm
Hey,
just.
so-
I'm,
hey,
I-
hi. I'm Schmalls, newest resident doctor,
Dr. Schmalls.
and I'm here to. I want to make sure you guys just had this big fight, and I'm here to make sure you're doing okay now. What is going on in your life, sir, Mr. Scales?
I'm an eighth level warlock. I would say like out of a range of 1 to 20, I'm about 20 charismatic now.
Nice.
Nice. Got a new spell, swapped out a different one, and I swapped out an Eldritch Invocation.
Hell yeah.
So
Ooh, what'd you swap?
I got rid of Ghostly Gaze because I've used it once and it was underwhelming. So
I been there, feel that. What'd you swap for?
Sculptor of Flesh.
Oh no.
It's just a once a day polymorph.
Oh, okay. I mean, still,
But it's
ew.
polymorph.
Yeah.
Mr. Scales, as your physician, I must say that sounds dangerous.
What does a physician know about the arcane arts?
Well, if you're talking about sculpting flesh, quite a bit.
I can sculpt my flesh at any given moment.
And you,
I know a lot about the arcane. Hi, Shimp the Magnificent.
Hey, Shimp, aren't you supposed to be in jail, bud?
Sure am, but I'm reporting to you from my current high-speed chase.
No further questions.
No further questions. Shiny lad, you got new magic? You smell like new magic.
I do have new magic. Hi, I am now a level 7 cleric. And I got some hit points. We all get proficiency up because
We did.
we're all combined
That's
level
right.
13.
Hell yeah.
And literally the only thing I get is 4th level magic,
That's pretty intense.
which is pretty good. I get a singular 4th level spell slot, and my god, am I going to do some weird things with it.
You there, hairy guy. It's me, Paul, from down the road.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
I'm faster.
Cool, dude. Hell yeah,
Sorry,
brother.
At what?
I've-
That doesn't sound
Everything.
great.
No, I've taken my 7th level of Barbarian, so I got Feral Instinct, so I have advantage on initiative rolls, and I can't be surprised in combat so long as the first thing I do on the surprise round is Rage. And I also there's also an optional feature from Tasha's that I'm taking called Instinctive Pounce. That's as part of the same bonus action you use to enter a rage, you can move half your speed.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
So I can turn into something faster than me and get even more speed. I can cover a lot of fucking ground.
You'd have to rage after being an animal, though, yeah? I would assume, because it's when
yeah.
when you use your bonus action to start a rage. So you'd have to start the rage. Can you start? You could start a rage in a wild shape, yeah?
Yes. I can't do the reverse. I can't start a wild shape when I'm in a rage, technically.
Gotcha.
Because I can't use, like...
I thought you just couldn't, like, cast.
I don't know. It's kind of a gray area. That's just how I've always interpreted it.
That's fair.
Works for me.
It's like I can maintain Longstrider after I've shifted, but if I'm a bear, I can't cast Longstrider.
Yeah.
So
Magic.
Cool. Faster
Magic.
But it fills out Mordecai's role as a fucking linebacker even better, so
No, it's very good.
I think that's it. This has been another episode of New Stuff to Hit People With.
Chimp's going to jail. Bye.
Paul's going home.
All right.
Guys, can I
One
switch
day-
characters? I think I'd rather play Paul.
You can actually quite easily, Saphir. That's just one of your altars now.
Well, I'm adding it to the list.
It's about midnight when everything really starts to quiet down in the city. You've been on your guard since nightfall, probably about 2-3 hours now. Penat and Rakar look at each other with an idea clearly going on between the two of them. Nemesis. Yeah? What? Nemesis is falling asleep on the dais. We should get you back to your guild hall so you can take your proper place. Yeah. Probably a good idea. Right then. I'll see you all tomorrow, probably.
Oh, actually, before you go, I run up to Jackson's bag and lift the flap up so it dangles over Jackson's forehead. I pull a crimson bovine out and I shuffle over. I go, there you go. You could probably use that.
Throughout this, Jackson is definitely pulling a Royal Palace guard at the top of those steps and just does not flinch.
Yeah, it doesn't move at all.
Mm-hmm. He may be sleeping. He'll never tell.
Especially when that flap goes over your eyes, you're just like, ooh, quick moment.
We'll get back to that. You reach in, you pull out the crimson bovine, you toss it to Nemesis, who, more deftly than you anticipated, catches it, cracks it, chugs it, twists the can down, crushes it, and throws it on the ground.
Champ.
All right.
Roll it. What a time.
They pull their hand away, and they're like, ow! They have cut themselves in the crush.
In the crush of the can?
You hate to see it.
Oh, you hate to see that.
Right. Let's go, then, while I've got this burst of energy. And the three of them take off into the night. As soon as they break the line of the temple, you can see a veil of shadows descends over the three of them as they rush across the square.
Sick. I think Mordecai is just lying flat on his back, starfishing in the middle of the Hall of Open Secrets.
Yeah, very good.
Would it have been long enough that we can burn hit dice?
Honestly, you guys leveled up, so get everything back.
Oh, we got the magic
great.
level up long rest.
Exactly.
Shit.
Better.
Everything back?
Yeah, you get it all back.
Fuck yeah, bro.
That's terrible. It means we have to use it.
Jackson, as that flap flies over your eyes and you catch that moment of brief, sweet unconsciousness, you do something that you haven't done probably in over a year. You have a very short dream.
Buh.
You have a very short dream. You feel your body disassociate for just a moment. You fly above the city and you shoot northwest almost towards home, but not quite. More north. And you make a direct beeline. You fly over this massive lake in the middle of the wilds. You fly over Sangay, where this all started. And you fly into the woods, and you see what looks to you and to anybody that would walk by it like an abandoned tower. But as you settle and stop, and your vision settles and stops, you see time in this area rewind. And this tower becomes undug. And you see a massive chimney of a holy forge.
Well, that's interesting. I guess there's more. He said there were more.
The flap comes up over your eyes, and you are back.
Zafir?
Yeah.
Did he get wings?
No.
Oh.
Damn.
Huh.
Yeah.
So, you know how I can't dream anymore, and I just like see visions of past lives because pointy ears are wonderful and terrible?
I didn't know about the past lives part, but yeah, continue.
Yeah, well, that's what the bartender librarian told me a long time ago. But anyway, I think I just did some light astral projection and time bending.
That's pretty cool.
And I think I saw like another forge of Amarea out in the wilds. But it's buried and bad now, but I guess we could fix it, or somebody could. I don't know why now's the time I need to know this. Thanks, God. Well, that's weird. How long are we standing here?
I think they said it could take like a couple of days, so...
I don't know if I want to wait that long. Balin is tapping his foot.
Yeah, I agree. I know we need to get back as soon as we can, but, like, things are sort of tenuous downstairs. I don't know if there's a way for us to sort of quick trip back, like sort of what Penat did for us, but different.
The Brotherhood's in town.
We could... I don't know if they've got... Yeah.
Brotherhood could work.
Some druids can travel big distance very quick. I would assume that's how they got here, yes?
I'm assuming so. I mean, I don't, we haven't gone out and said hello yet, but, I mean, my mom always talked about how some of the upper level druid abilities involve jumping through trees and almost like using like roots as like a magic highway. Like,
you remember your lessons well.
Huh.
The only trees I can think of, though, are like the woods outside of Despera that are anywhere close Bulwark, yes?
I mean, not even Despair. I was thinking even to the edge of the wilds would be a massive leap for us.
Oh, yeah. I was just trying to think of the closest sort of trip.
I mean, we could go to Despera. There's grounds near Concentre. Hell, Mom, you could send us, if you have this ability, or if the Brotherhood does, like, maybe they can even send you to your garden.
That might be a bit of a leap. There's a protective ring around Bulwark. We can't get in. Not that way, at least.
Makes sense.
Well, perhaps we should try to track them down.
Brotherhood? Yeah.
Yeah, we've got time. We've got people who can either hold the place or go out and find them and bring them here.
I've been meaning to try something, so, here, let me. I think Mordecai will kind of sit up from starfishing on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And, will take out a little bit of food and kind of hold it in his hands. And not like druid craft around it, but just kind of channel some of the like magic of the wilds around it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're cool with this, Chase, I'd like to use one of these optional druid things from Tasha's, where I burn a wild shape, and instead of turning into a creature, I can cast Find Familiar. And I essentially want to summon Shipiji to my side.
He did it. He did it. He figured it out. Great work, Griff. Just
Quest continues. Oi, Gov! I feel much more attached to you.
It's very good. Pidgey.
Excuse me while I turn beet red for a minute from laughing. So, for the same duration of my wild shape, I've also now turned Shipiji into a fae. So, that's great.
You look at Shipiji's eyes. They are red and gold.
So I will use the familiar capabilities and I will, shift into Shipiji's, vision and, will just go, I will just be a remote control Shipiji.
Okay.
I will go fly around the city and try to track down at least someone from the Brotherhood.
Go ahead and roll me investigation.
It's always gotta be investigation.
You're always investigating.
I'm looking! That's perception, dog!
You investigating. Ooh. That's Ooh.
Not 19, so...
Alright.
Total of 19.
With a 19, you are able to get a really good look at the city. You can see that the fighting is largely calming down. It seems like the outer reaches of the city still seem to have some bursts of fire and lightning happening from time to time. But things are mostly chilling out. And Shipiji takes that wide spiral down to the a ground level and is able to find someone who doesn't quite fit in, which is the best that you're really able to do.
Okay.
They don't really look like a commoner of the city. They look like they're kind of living in the woods. You land on it's a kobold. You land on a kobold's shoulder.
Actually, I think I'd communicate to Shipiji to hop down onto the dirt. Mm-hmm. I would do my best to walk Shipiji through pecking the word Atticus into the dirt.
Okay.
Grabbing a stick.
Sleight of beak.
Sleight of beak's very good. I was taking a drink, so I didn't get a good chuckle out, but I really am a fan of sleight of beak.
Shipiji pecks it out expertly. The kobold looks down, looks at the bird, looks down, looks at the bird. Hey, where? It's not helpful. He's here, but I don't know where can I send him?
Shipiji will fly up to like eye level and will turn toward the direction of the Hall of Open Secrets and will like do their best to like point like bob the head forward to like point toward the hall.
All right, little bird. I'll send it that way.
That's a pretty good pigeon you did there, Griff.
Thank you.
And Shipiji returns.
My beautiful darling.
Expert pecker. There.
God damn it.
Yep. We did it. We can stop the show now.
Good game, everybody.
We
Right,
got 32 minutes in the can. We're fine.
Perfect.
we've had a shorter. We haven't had a shorter episode, but I've thought about it.
Yeah, not on purpose.
So Shipiji will just hang out with me for the remaining of the 3 hours. The way I picture this working is like, I don't think Shipiji has just become a Fae being now. I think that Shipiji goes and lives and does Shipiji things whenever I have not called them, but we have a bit of a tether that I can tap into some Wilds magic and basically just summon Shipiji when I need them.
They
You summon Shipiji through the Feywild.
Yeah.
Can Shipiji evolve?
Yeah.
To Shipigioto and then Shipigiot? No, I'm gonna give Shipiji an Everstone.
No, I was gonna say,
I take a rock out of my pocket and say, here, hold this forever.
Yeah. It goes from a normal flying type to a fairy flying type.
Oh, that's pretty good, though.
Very good. I like that.
But no, I think that, like, I don't think the Shipiji permanently becomes like a Fae being. I think they're just a chill pigeon that is only temporarily infused with wild Fae powers when I pump a wild shape into it.
Cute.
I love it. How late are you all planning on staying up this night?
I would stay up for a little while longer just in case Atticus or a rep from the Brotherhood decides to come to the hall. Mm-hmm. But no guarantees that I won't just pass out sitting up against the dais.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like working out with Jackson like a shift system. Because, like, still needs to take his tight 4.
Right.
So,
Yeah, but Jackson can take his tight 4, sit and crisscross applesauce at the top of those steps,
well, yeah.
which is what he's gonna do.
I mean, it's just nice to take your tight 4 without having to, like, worry about stuff, you know?
Turn your brain off.
Yeah, just for a bit, you know?
I don't think Jackson can right now.
That's probably fair.
He is the person who decided this should happen, so he's not gonna be the person that fucks it up.
Yeah, I think Zafir spends a bit and is, like, walking around the floor just cleaning up the dude goo. Like, just, like, prestidigitating the ground a bit, trying to, take the red paint, that is everywhere. There's specifically those 2 spots where I exploded a lot of people at once. So, yeah, they need a little attention because that's going to start to smell. It's going to attract bugs.
I send my auto sweeper broom to help.
It's like, you're just going to ruin it, though.
Give me a Constitution or Wisdom saving throw, whichever you think is more appropriate.
Wisdom is definitely better for me. It's a 26.
Okay, yeah.
There's definitely a little bit of like,
yeah.
as like I'm going, like when I find like a nice chunk of brain matter, and I'm like,
You do have more than one moment where it is like, oh, this was a person that I did this to, as you sweep like bits of gristle up with stone from the floor.
yeah, just chunks of like leftover jaw. Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great.
It takes a while. It's pretty grim. And then finally, I step outside, just kind of vom a little bit, like who wouldn't? And then I think, yeah, that's when he's like, all right, it's sleep time, and I just find like a good spot against the wall.
You do that. Jackson, when do you take your type 4?
At some point, I don't know, it's probably like 1 or 2, just kind of makes himself as comfortable as possible, pulls a cushion down off of the altar maybe, and leans his back up against the banister, the steps, and he does pull some rubble over to kind of makeshift block the steps just slightly enough that he's going to hear something and wake up if somebody tries to progress around him. And I think, given the dream that's just happened, he's going to try to get his tight 4, but he's also going to try to reach out to Amareya, especially since this place isn't sanctified yet, that Amareya can probably get here to him.
You attempt to reach out, and you do not feel your thoughts and message find purchase. This is the penalty of having Amareya Dejani be a god. Because a god cannot always confirm thoughts and feelings. You just hope they can hear it. But as you are sitting and thinking and praying, you do get a message. You get a sending. One that you sent hours ago. Thought had gone unheard or unanswered, or worst, not received at all.
Jackson, how did you learn to... Never mind. Bulwark is under attack by mind flayers. The resistance is meeting at Everburn. Bring the gods with you, please.
Don't know how we do that.
Holy fuck.
Jackson falls down 3 steps.
Uh-huh. The Mantis Knights who have joined you look down.
Oh, sorry.
Zibble.
Cramp. I just kind of reach my hand up.
One of them sticks one of their hands out and kind of pulls you up.
Thank you.
Their hands are chitinous and very colorful. One of them is kind of like a lotus mantis knight.
Oh, cool.
All right. I'm gonna... Are you guys good? Do you need to sleep?
What?
No, not you. These guys here.
Okay.
Give it a dear.
I do my hands to my head like the universal sign of sleep and kind of point at the two of them.
The two of them that are directly behind you look to each other. The one that is still by the door, they look over at them. They all just kind of give you like nods of affirmation.
Great. So I just kind of put myself, oh, shoot, hey, this would work way better. Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
Can you talk to them?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We should have thought of this earlier. I'm very tired.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, mon ami.
Oh.
All right, Gary, could you tell him thanks? Tell him that we got to take a tight snooze, and we think that the city's okay now. If they need to go down to Godmom, now would be great.
Yeah, what's it? Gary flies up, lands on one of their shoulders, and has a quick, hushed conversation with them.
Merci beaucoup.
Si vous plaît.
Pardon.
Nous devons dormir.
And returns to you. Yeah, they're going to want to go down first thing in the morning. Apparently, Gaia says it's going to take some time, so they ain't worried too much about getting down there tonight. They want to make sure topside is safe.
Makes sense. I just kind of... I headbutt Gary a little bit. I turn to the Mantis Knights and give him a big old double thumbs up. And then I just kind of sit down and think. And eventually that thinking's going to turn into meditation. And I will not wake up my boys till the morning.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Gary.
Stupid.
Chase was like, I'm going to do a cool world building thing and make the Fae French. And then Gary happens.
Oh, very good. So yeah, if Jackson doesn't wake us up, like I have a feeling that like Zephyr is fucking conked out for the rest of the night.
Jackson just kind of takes stock of the room and sees everybody's kind of finding a corner to curl up in, and the fighting is far enough away and nothing's happening here. We'll all get woken up by loud noises. Yep. And just is going to let Mordecai and Zephyr conk out, and Jackson knows he'll be up first anyway.
The night passes uneventfully. Dawn comes to the city once again, as it always has. And the light of day is cold and gray and revealing. You've cleaned as much as you could, but the scars that this temple bears from this night will be borne for months, if not years to come. There are broken pews. The doors are cracked at points. Where you dropped that giant plant force wall, Mordecai, that door's never going to be the same again. It is not safe to pass through even at this point, let alone be used for the general public.
Whoops.
And the head of the Builders Guild is no longer extant. So who knows how long it'll be before somebody knows this place as well as Mo did.
My bad, gang.
Hey, he fucking deserved it. So.
It is the cold light of day that meets a series of visitors to the temple. The first two are easily the least tentative, for one of them is a resident, as Penat and Rakar return triumphant, with a familiar-looking chest borne between the two of them.
All right, boys, up and at 'em. Here we go. Oh, nope. These are our boys. All right. You're good. Stand down.
Fuck.
As they carry the chest that was the prize chest from the Hood and the Fist.
Oh, you're fucking kidding
Yeah.
me. What legends?
Very good.
They
Ricard, Panat, you mad bastards.
Rakar speaks up. Nemesis said we could have them, and better us than him.
Brilliant.
We need it.
Wait a minute. That's all the good shit from like the...
That was all the shit that we didn't take.
Penat opens the chest, and it's most of it.
Okay.
Gotcha, that's fine.
All right.
You still do have the portable hole and the immovable rod.
Holy shit, gang.
However, the last item, which was a staff of healing, has been replaced by a pair of boots.
Ooh.
That's fun. What
Boots,
are
boots,
the
boots.
What's going on with those boots? Magic eyes. Are they magical?
They are magical.
Oh, fun. What kind of magic are they?
Transmutation.
Awesome. These look like nice boots.
Is anyone here a wizard?
Yeah, I wish I knew that. Like to figure out what this thing does spell.
I mean, I can just put them on, I guess.
I do.
You have the spell to kind of get to figure out what something is?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, you just need to know if it's magic or not, right?
Well, I know that. The magic eyes.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's something more? There's more?
Yeah, it will
Well, they have
magic.
to do something, Jackson.
Well, no, he's talking about there's a spell that does more than just be like this thing is magical.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a
yes.
spell
Yeah,
that can like be like this thing is magical, and here's how and what it does.
Totally. Mordecai says as he's pulling one of the boots on.
Okay, these do require attunement. Do you attune?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. You now have boots of levitation.
What?
Those are sick. Man, I wish I would have snagged them.
I mean, look, no saying that we can't trade. You could use your action to cast levitate on yourself at will.
I'm just saying, a warlock way up in the air. Just
So I
fucking...
think here's what happens. I think Mordecai pulls one of the two boots on and feels like the attunement connection start and just says, "Hell yeah, brother!" And the boot just lifts him up in the air, like, and like and then like my coins comedically fall out of my pockets and things like that.
You do Mary Poppins yourself.
I was like, help, too magical,
I
too
just
much
walked
magic,
up and like pull the boot off.
help. Oh.
Those
That's
are very...
supposed to happen?
I think you're supposed to have both of them on, though.
That makes
see,
sense.
that does make sense.
Well, I'm good.
I mean, like, I'll take them. That sounds great.
I'm fond of a flying warlock.
Yeah, I could be so far away. I'll just be way up in the air. No one will be able to get near me, and I can hit everyone from forever away.
Dig it, big boy.
I can already fly, so that's fine. I'm good with it.
Can you?
I bamf up, and then fall, and then bamf back up, and fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You fly like a fucking like dolphin breaching.
You fly like a happy bird.
Yeah. Sorry, the Flappy Bird. Yeah.
It's not flying. It's falling. With style.
I hand Jackson the immovable rod, and I say, "Now try it with this."
Okay. And I bamf up. What do I...
Please set the command word as you start falling.
Shit!
Command word set to shit.
Hey, this is a great pull-up bar. Start doing some chin-ups 20 feet up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Unshit.
Shit. Recognize. You start falling again.
Oh, cool. I'd like to make some kind of coolness roll.
Performance.
That's a 10. So Jackson just lets it fall and then falls and falls and falls and tries to time it where he's like 2 feet to hit the ground, and then he missy steps the last 2 feet. But he definitely mistimed it.
Yeah, it's like you came out of, like, when you're playing Portal, but you came out of the portal sloppy, so you're, like, skidding on the ground.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I'll work on that. Work on the landing. Ow.
Zephyr, you strap on a pair of boots of levitation.
I do, yeah. They do, like, the weird, like, magic thing where they kind of mold around my big talon feet.
Yep.
But, yeah, I got some cool boots.
Good boots. And then...
The chicken
Some-
legs can fly.
Some spats from my the last suit form over them.
Spats of levitation.
So the spats of levitation.
I'm down for it. And that leaves the portable hole for Mordecai.
Sure. I'll figure out something dumb to do with this later.
I have faith in all of you.
Mordecai just, like, kind of plays with it for a while, just, like, reaching his hand in. He, like, hops inside and is like, "Oh, fuck," and climbs back out. It's like, that's a deep hole, my friends. I guess for the uninitiated, largely me, portable hole is basically like a 10-foot deep cylindrical multi-dimensional space. You can put a person in there for up to 10 minutes before they start to suffocate. They can make a DC 10 strength check to escape.
Mm-hmm. It's very good.
Otherwise, I can just put stuff in it.
Could you, in theory, make yourself invisible with that? Like, if you just kind of, like, drop it over you?
I think it has to be applied to a surface.
You have to, like,
gotcha.
you have to, like, fold up and close the portable hole.
Oh, okay.
It's not like it's not like a cloak of invisibility.
Yeah, or it's not like a Looney Tunes hole where it's just like you can hang it in the air. It does have to be like attached to a surface for the
You gotta,
magic
like,
to
throw
work.
it under someone's feet.
It unfolds into a circular sheet 6 feet in diameter.
Mordecai, as you are unceremoniously clambering out of the hole, three of you see a familiar afroed figure leaning in the doorway.
There he is. Fuck yeah.
As Atticus Amberwood walks in.
My boy.
Atticus! Whoa! Oh,
Hey there, guys.
hey, how's it going?
I go over to the hole and stick the rod in for Mordecai to climb out.
Thank you.
Shit!
He comes over and it's bro grabs all around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just so many bro grabs. It's great.
I didn't realize you were involved in this whole fucking mess.
Yeah,
We are this
hell.
whole fucking mess.
we are this whole fucking
I
mess.
told you we were on our way to leave.
Shit starters running the family.
Yeah, it sure does, doesn't it?
I point to Jackson. I go, like, technically this was all his idea, so...
No one had a better one.
No, look, it was the best idea.
Hey, isn't that how it fucking goes, though, right? You
It
gotta do
always
something.
is.
It's about
Not to
doing
really
the
split
thing.
hairs, it kind of was, like, partially my idea. Like, I think I
Okay.
suggested Gaia, but, like, obviously Jackson executed on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go stand
Can
on the
we-
steps now.
My
Yeah,
apologies.
Can we
Atticus.
rewind and explain what the hell is going on here?
Let's take a little bit of a walk.
The two of you walk out.
I think I read Atticus in on damn near everything.
Is there anything you hold back?
I don't really touch on Amareya, I guess, too much. I'm largely, unless we get to that point, I'm largely saying, hey, the Lords of the Forest. No, I guess I would tell him everything because the Lords of the Forest disappearing are tied to Amareya. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think I tell him everything.
Okay, cool.
Do you tell him about Graynor? Lichnor?
Not yet. He's a Wilds warden. I'm telling him wild stuff.
So you do a once around the temple and read him in.
Yeah. Amareya ascended. Lords were looking to free him. He was freed. Lords dipped. Bishops are losing their power. We got an extra divine spark. Mantellum wanted to take it. We knew a guy, or a lady rather. Now she's taking it.
Fuck, man. You've been busy. Shit.
I've been busy for approximately 18 months.
Man, that's wild.
Tell me about it.
So what's the plan next?
Next is, well,
Did you read him in on the Illithids?
no, I was just about to.
Okay.
That's kind of where I wanted to talk to you in particular. I don't really know your standing in the Brotherhood, or if there's like what the like leadership structure is, but I know you seem capable. The Brotherhood seems like a force of good out here in the wilds. I know we started all of this, I say, gesturing back to the temple. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if we're necessarily gonna be able to be around to see it finished.
The Brotherhood can lend a hand with that, I think. We haven't been the most welcome in the city. We've got one or two folk in high-ranking positions. I'm hoping to see one of them here pretty soon, Lord, Gaia willing. If all goes well, that shouldn't be a problem for us. It'll be if nothing else, having Gaia within the Pantheon actually gives us a much better foothold in the city. We'll be able to get this plate pushed back right, ship-shape, no problem. I ain't worried about it.
That's good, because I think we're gonna need to be on our way sooner rather than later. There is some things brewing back in the other side of the wall. It's been a long journey, Atticus, and this dates back to stuff all the way where this all started.
Isn't that where it always ends, though? Right at the beginning.
Apparently. But if I was hoping that you and your brothers and everyone would be able to protect Gaia in our absence.
Of course. Gotta get you back home to your mom and dad, right?
Oh, my mom's here, actually.
What?
Yeah, hang on. Do you want to meet, like, your aunt?
And as you say that, Leia Bulwark walks out. Excuse me.
Yes.
Aunt? You're... No. Her hands fly to her mouth.
Hey, Zafir.
Yeah.
Hey, come on over here. I don't want to shout.
You don't. What's fun about the room is you actually don't have to. Like you could, I could stand all the way over here, and we could still have like a whispered conversation. And granted, everyone else will hear it, but like.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll walk over.
So, you know how I've been figuring out more magic?
Yeah, no, it's been impressive. You're picking it up quite quickly.
Right. So, I figured out how to talk to people's brains.
Yeah.
Right.
You were saying.
So yeah. So I talked to Addie. And she finally called me back.
Look, she might be busy. You know.
Yeah.
Apparently, things are intense there.
She is. They're very busy over there. Apparently, things are so bad we can't go back to Bulwark.
Oh. Okay.
We're to meet at Everburn, and she said to bring all the gods.
I don't really know how to do that.
I'm really hoping that they're just gonna kind of follow me, but they're also gonna be stupid busy over here.
They're gods. I don't know how, I don't think you can, overclock a god's attention, maybe? I don't know. I don't know how it works. But,
me either, but they're new at it. Ish. Kind of.
That's some foreboding news, yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to talk to Amareya, too, but that's hard now. This place isn't, sanctified yet, right? We got some time?
It's desanctified at the moment. I would assume until Gaia ascends, yeah.
Well, then, I'm gonna go try something.
Okay.
Do you want,
do you want me to come? Do you want me to stay here?
I mean, well, if there's no current god, I can just use this altar for whatever, right?
In theory, yeah. I mean, I don't know if is it an altar or is it like a pulpit?
You're on a pulpit.
See, I was assuming it was more of a pulpit, less of a. This is where
What are you trying to do?
I'm going to. Jackson is going to. Just kind of pull some rocks together and start a fire and start heating some metal over it and make the very, very shitty makeshift forge.
Okay.
And cast divination.
Panat actually,
yes.
They might actually have a forge here. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but Panat's busy.
Yeah, I know.
So I just don't want to
Panat is
bother
currently dead asleep in the corner.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Panat's busy. Wipe cut. Wipe back.
He's on a table, just hand hanging off the edge, just mouth agape.
Yeah, so I'll get Saphir and whoever else is there to help me kind of set up this really temporary forge altar thing and use it as the component cost of divination. Cool. And if we need to smash cut away so the DM can think about this, that's my intention.
Remind me Please read that spell for me.
Sure. Divination requires incense and a sacrificial offering appropriate to religion, together worth at least 25 gold, which the spell consumes. Your magic in an offering puts you in contact with a god or a god's servants. You can ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The GM offers a truthful reply. Might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, an omen, or however the GM chooses to interpret. The spell doesn't take into account possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. And then there's if you do it over and over, there's other effects.
Okay.
So basically, I'm just trying to, because I've got higher level magic, I'm just trying to throw magic at God and get him to respond.
Okay.
You are able to do this. What ends up happening is you have to wake Panat up because you need something that you can cook the metal in effectively. You need a crucible of some kind in order for it to become liquid in the way that you are hoping for. They dip downstairs and eventually return with a waffle iron. But, like, a really kind of a shitty one. Like, it's one he doesn't mind getting, ruined, but it will work for what you're doing. So you put this waffle iron on the fire, you put some junk iron onto the waffle iron, and you pump your magic into the fire, and it goes from red to blue. Like that. And it is so hot that this metal liquefies and falls into the divots of the iron. And you see it burbling. And in the burbles, you see a draconic head just lifting out bit by bits. Ask your question.
This temple that I just saw in my dreams vision, how important is it that it be restored?
You are not to restore it. There is strength within it. If you do not claim it, another will. It is out of your way. But great strength lies within.
With that, the fire returns from blue to red and yellow. The metal falls into the waffle iron and cools instantly, making an iron waffle.
A holy icon.
Production note, I need the most intense, holy, divine music behind the phrase iron waffle.
Iron waffle.
Zafir, could you see that?
The dragon head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. Great. So, we are not doing great on time, but...
No, not at all.
But if we get Atticus and them to take us straight there, and maybe if Atticus hangs out with us for a day, I don't know how much that works. If we have all that fast travel, if we can, that might help. I don't know. I don't know much. I do know they need us, but if this can help...
I mean, yeah. How far out of the way is it? How long will it take? Every moment is
I pull out the map that we got from...
Hey, guys. If you look at the map, the tower's on there.
Oh, it's that
Oh,
one?
is it actually?
It is on
bitch.
there.
It's that tower. Okay.
It's that tower
saucy
that's
wench.
just about northeast of Sengay there.
You dirty bitch.
No,
So on the map that we have, I pull it out and show Zafir and, probably Ricard's there with us, and Baelet. I pointed out, here is where we would need to go.
It's a couple of days out of the way.
Unless we go straight there magically somehow.
It will still take us longer to get back to your home. This Everburn. It will take time for us to make that. We can't rely on them to be able to take us on two incredibly powerful magical jaunts. We can get one, maybe not two.
We would need to... I don't even know how we're going to get over the wall at this point. If things are that bad there, I don't know.
We can get to the wall. The forest goes right up to it. And you are native sons of that land. If the wall is still up and active, which, if this has happened in Bulwark, who's to say what is happening at the wall?
Fair.
There's another option, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We can go under. We can go pay our good friend Amberai a visit.
Baelet,
Yeah.
what have you seen?
And you see Baelet sit down on the ground and think. And think harder than you've ever seen him think before. We're going to cut back outside. Atticus and Leia give each other a long overdue hug as they realize that this is a connection. And she is saying in between half-choked sobs, "You look so like my brother. You look so like Soteris."
I think Mordecai is tearing up a little bit too.
Gods above. So you're with the Brotherhood then? Your father wanted better for you than the family work, you know. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
I look at my mom I kind of give that shrug of, Yeah, damnedest thing, right?
Your mother has never flipped you off and probably never will.
But she's thinking about it.
But she's thinking about it. Is there anything else you wanted to say while you were outside the hall, or am I good to bring everybody back together?
Actually, I would turn to my mom and say, based on this, I'm working off the assumption, especially with how secretive they were about their past, that, like, I mean, clearly I know that Atticus is my cousin. Clearly, like, that means that I have relatives elsewhere, but, like, you know, Mordecai's not the sharpest tool in the shed. He certainly didn't put together that, like, I mean, this is definitely the first time of him hearing that Leia has a brother.
Right.
So I think I would just kind of, like, in the moment of being wrapped up in all this family joy, you never mentioned you had siblings. I guess it makes sense.
And at that, Atticus, like, gives her a side eye. It's like, never?
It's a long story.
I wasn't allowed to. When your father and I came from here to Bulwark, part of the deal was that we had to forsake everything we knew.
I get it.
I am a talented druidess, or I was before I left. And I still know my theory, as you well saw.
Yeah.
But I had to give a lot up. Family and power included.
What was his name?
Soteris.
Soteris. I have another uncle, I guess.
Let's get back inside.
Yeah. I think I do that thing where, like, I stand in the middle and I've got one arm around Atticus and one arm around my mom. Just like,
for sure.
And you walk in and you see Jackson holding aloft the holy iron waffle.
What the hell did I miss?
I can do big magic now. Thank you, world. Thank you, Amareya. Thank you, Gaia.
Magic.
Big magic.
Big magic.
I'm big magic.
Thank you for joining us here on Another Path. You can find our website and merch store at anotherpathpodcast.com, on Twitter at anotherpathpod, and our network at ghostlightmedia.net. You can support our efforts by donating at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia. A special thanks to our donor, Nathan N., or by giving us a rating and review over on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcatcher will let you. You can find me on Twitter at TQLoudly, Ryan at RyanWorld20, Griffin at GriffCold, and Zach at ThatGuyZachRob. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a new episode, and until then, remember that while the fact that round numbers being markers and signifiers in society is ultimately arbitrary, next episode is number 100, and you're most definitely going to want to tune in.
This has been a Ghostlight Media production.